What's good, folks? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to be back again, man. I feel good. I hope I look good. And I think this is going to be a pretty good broadcast. For those that don't know, this show was designed for all of us to get a wonderful perspective on what's been going on in the lives of the people around us today. And if you're just now tuning in for the very first time, my name is Andy Brown, your author, your life coach, your host right here on the Online Happy Hour. And I'm back, man. COVID-free, feeling good, relaxing. Got a nice little view going on out here, man. The air conditioning is good. The drinks have been poured. I want to send a shout out to all my people out there who sit on the toilet and watch TikTok videos with your spare time, probably with some of your downtime too. So I just want to welcome you to the Online Happy Hour once more and again. This is what I do, man. I come in, I kick real talk with real people, good interaction, good family and friends that are going to be chiming in and joining in and commenting. So hit the feed, man, hit the likes, hit some love, and share this with a good friend or a colleague or somebody that you just may happen to know on your social media platform that you interact with on a regular basis. So if you are just now getting this, man, I feel good. This is something that I've really put together over the last few years. And I wanted to really get down into it and have a good time with the program, with the broadcast. I had to take some time away. Unfortunately, yet COVID-19 smacked my ass and had me in the hospital. But as you can see, I'm back here online. No, you will not get the coronavirus from me by watching this broadcast. No, I cannot spread it through some of the words that I'm going to say to you. And no, the contagiousness of what I'm about to spill on you will not have you in position to be vaccinated. But what will happen, and I can assure you, you will learn something from this show, you will gain something from this show, and should be able to have some insight moving forward with what I'm about to share with you and drop some insight, drop some game, because that is what we do. So be sure to go ahead and share this again, hit the like, hit some love, talk to me on this platform. Let's have some fun. And just go ahead and dive right into it. Today's broadcast, let me tell you something. Today's broadcast is going to be about specifically behavioral changes in men. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff that comes on there, and a lot of females will say, well, a lot of women bashing has been going on with the bonnets and with the conversation about, not finding a real man and stuff like this. Well, there's reasons for that. And there's a lot of behavior changes that men go through. We have gone through a lot of behavioral changes during this year. We're halfway into 2021, and I see a few more things that we're going to be going through and dealing with. So I'm going to address that right now. And if I happen to touch a nerve and a hit dog will holler, good for you. If I happen to say something that you have to sit back and think about for a little bit, good for you. Let your mind be challenged, let your thoughts be challenged, and let your intellect be elevated by something that's going to be said today. So before I begin, I got to put the disclaimer out here. The thoughts and ideas displayed today on the Online Happy Hour do not reflect those who have been chiming in and calling in and giving me their feedback. But what it does reflect are those who I have seen, who I have noticed, who I have spoken with, that understand that this is life happens, and we're going to talk about it. So am I going to bring up any names in particular? Absolutely not. But if the hit dog must holler, so be it. Yes, there's going to be some criticism. Yes, there's going to be some comments, and it's welcome. It will be discussed, and it will be much appreciated. There's not going to be anything derogatory displayed or calling anybody out of their name. I don't do that here. I would hope that there would be a level of respect that happens, that it's not done in that form of fashion. But I mean, shit, let's talk about this. The behaviors, man, the behavioral changes in men. Why is this a topic, AB? Why did you want to talk about this? Because, first of all, I'm a man. So the topic is very relevant to me. I know men. I watch men. I see what shit goes on throughout the daily week of how men behave. And ladies, I think you really may not understand some of these things. So let's break it down to you. Let's look at, how this thing happens to operate on a regular basis. We're going to talk about our behaviors with money, with women, with our families, with our mental health, just personal things that we may go through, and just how things happen on a regular basis on a day-to-day activity. Let's look at this. Let me break it down this way so you can see exactly what goes on. Now, I'm not saying every man goes through this every step of the way, but what you're going to find is the way this is going to happen, how this is going to happen, it should be very relative to some people. And if it's not, chances are you need to get out more. You need to socialize just a little bit more and deal with some of this. Let me address some of the comments that I'm seeing. Shout out to my folks. Listen, man, you like the living room behind me. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Miss Anita Hawkins. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. I know you're doing wonderful things. If y'all not following Anita Hawkins, man, she is a beautiful woman. Wonderful pictures, wonderful modeling, wonderful inspiration has been to me for quite some time. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to her for chiming in and making time to watch this. And speaking of watching this, let's look at the breakdown of men and our behaviors, right? Every week is a new week. Everything happens in a new way. So let's look at how things go for Sunday, all right? Let's look at Sunday, the first day of the week. Things are about to change, and we have men who are in church service, right? This brother has a behavior change because he is, as the pastor say, he is pushing. He is praying until something happens. What do I mean by that? Do I mean he's getting down on one knee and he's rocking back and forth and he's swinging in prayer and speaking in tongues? Yes and no. Because this brother is not praying, P-R-A-Y-I-N-G. What he is doing is he is P-R-E-Y-I-N-G. He's praying on that sister in church. Yes, she's coming in there. Her body's looking good. The sundress, the church gown, the evening flow is curving the body in all the right spots. You know, her calf muscles are sitting up tight because she got them 3 and 4 inch heels on. She looks good. So the brother wants to pray on this. Hey, excuse me, sister. You know, can I lay hands on you and talk to you? I know you may be going through a divorce and, you know, carrying on as a single woman, but is it right for you to behave in this form and fashion? Brother, you're trying to spit and you're trying to holler. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but the approach that you're taking and the behavior that you're presenting is very misleading. That's motherfucking wrong. I'm not saying that you should not have an interest on said young lady in the church house, but please look at the capacity in which you're approaching this woman, right? Your behavior towards her says that you're coming in innocence, but in actuality, it's the fact that you're preying on her. You're preying on her innocence. You're preying on her belief, her wanting to fall in line and fall in order of somebody who is godly, somebody who is a leader, somebody who apparently has themselves together, who wants to be spiritually led. And you're coming at her with a certain level of game that says, I see how fine this woman is, and if I can swing in this way from the side, and I can come in and kind of jab a little bit this way and just kind of show some flex that, yes, I am saved, and I am holier than thou, and I am not like those brothers she knows in the club. Nah, that's not how you flow with this, man. Your behavior and how you're dictating and how you're following up on that woman ain't cool. How do I know this for sure? My Bible readers out there, right? There's a proverb, right? A proverb that says, Proverbs 20 and 17. Watch this. I have to go there because I have Christians, I have Muslims, I have Catholics out there who watch this, and they know the word of God. The book of Proverbs says, bread gained by deceit is sweet to man, but afterwards his mouth will be like gravel. You spitting some bullshit, brother. You're trying to run game and you spitting some bullshit. It's not genuine. It's not cool. So the approach that you have and the behavior that you have with this young lady is leading her the wrong direction, because what's going to happen is, supposedly that this relationship doesn't work out because you're not really trying to marry her. You're trying to holler, you're trying to hit, you're trying to fuck in church. Nothing wrong with that, but your approach, your behavior is not the right way, because if anything were to happen and this relationship or this situationship doesn't work out, now not only you are uncomfortable, but she could be uncomfortable attending this place where she is trying to find her safe haven, her refuge, her place of peace, her domicile of worship. All that's fucked up because you was trying to get some ass and you saw the curves. Your behavior has to change, man. That ain't cool, bro. It's not cool. I dig it. You want a godly woman, you want all that, and sisters want to find a quote unquote a good man, and just take a different approach, man. Change that behavior. Men, I gotta speak to you about that. It's uncool. It's uncool. It should not work like that. That is your Sunday, right? That's your Sunday. So I hope this is making sense to someone. Behavioral changes in men. So let's look at Monday, right? Monday, you're back in the workplace. You have to get up and you got to go to the job. Now, it may be an occupation in a field that you're comfortable with and you set a career and a foundation, and that's cool. Or it could be an occupation where you're just going somewhere and you just want to pay the bills. So the way things are opening back up now, people are going back to the office. You know, things are dwindling down with the pandemics. You're not really wearing your masks as often. I'm gonna touch more into that because I really want to dwell deep and talk about that a little bit more. But the you before you walked into the office and the you after you walked into the office, your behavior changed. Your voice has changed. Your tone inflection has changed. You know, the you that drove into work really didn't want to go there. You're going someplace where you probably didn't really want to be, right? But you got to pay some bills, right? You want the internet streaming so you can sit on your toilet and you can watch TikTok videos while somebody else may be in the house and working from home, or somebody else is streaming their television and playing their video games, and you just need to be on the toilet watching your TikTok videos or sneaking and talking to your other woman. I get it. Not saying that is wrong, but that is the behavior of some men. Now that you have made the time to walk into this building, in this workplace environment that you work in, you're not the same person. You have to change that attitude and change that hat and change that appearance. And sometimes even, change the way you truly believe in what you're doing. Because you may not like some of your coworkers. And you don't want to be honest with them to say, hey, Steve, get out of my face today, bro. I ain't feeling you right now. Your breath smells like hot cheese and coffee in the morning, and I don't really want you around me. But yes, I know I'm at work. You're going to tolerate that stench for just a little bit, right? Because in your, what is it called? Not necessarily a supervisor, but the little dude that's underneath the supervisor, whatever the team lead, you got to go over there and show him how to do some things in the accounting department, right? Yeah, I get it. Totally get it. But the way that you carry yourself in the office and the behavior that you have in the workplace and outside the workplace is two totally different things. You're not able to be yourself. So not only has your behavior changed in the workplace, but man, when I tell you the stress levels that come from that, and you moving on to go away and want to hit the happy hours and drink immediately after work, even if you work from home, right? You're on the video calls all day long. They want to see you. You got your nice shirt and tie on from the top up, and at the bottom you still got your drawers on and maybe one sock from the way you slept bad last night. I get it. The pandemic was a little bit different for you, so now you find yourself drinking quite a bit. So the behaviors that men have, right, you got to shift and change. You may not want to do everything that your manager and your supervising team wants you to do, but you don't say that shit, right? You carry on like the good coworker that you are and the good team player that you are, and you continue to move on. So is it a bad look? I don't know, man. You got to change your behavior and be honest with yourself in your workplace for the money that you're making. Now, are you even considering looking for something different or something new for your career, your lifestyle? Probably. I would encourage you to do such if you're not happy in that workplace environment, but look at something that's going to bring you a little bit more growth, something that's going to bring you a little bit more fulfillment, something that's going to bring you more money, because If they raise your pay by 75 cents, you're looking to post your resume on ZipRecruiter and Indeed and with friends, all because you're truly not happy, not only with the money that you're making, but with the people around you at work, because you can't be yourself. If I'm spitting some game and I'm telling some truth, man, hit some love, hit the Cash App for you, boy, and go on and bless that account so I can keep bringing you more content. I said it, I mean it, and I meant it. Still Online Happy Hour right here with your main man, Andy Brown, kicking some good game right here on a Wednesday night in the D. Let's talk about this tonight. Behavior changes in men. Why we're doing that. Can y'all see the flow here? Here's Monday, or rather here's Sunday. Here's Monday, right? Things are happening. The dynamic is changing. From who you are on Sunday, you are a blessed and saved man of God, looking for the curves and the hills and the valleys on that woman of God and that blessed sister that you had your eyes on. Here comes Monday, where now you have to go to work and you got to make your money, and you can't even be honest with yourself and who you are and how you get paid. Seems to get a little bit frustrating, right? And the behaviors, they're changing, shifting the dynamic. Yeah, you're starting to see it, you're starting to feel it, and I know that somebody out there is feeling this right here, and the relativity is real on this one. Let's move right along, man. Here's coming after Sunday, Monday. Here comes Taco Tuesday. So here we move along on Tuesday, right? How's that diet affecting you? How is your food intake, right? What you're eating, what you're going through. It's Taco Tuesday, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have 6 and 7 tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. Your big ass ain't drinking enough water, man, and you really got to do that. I keep some water around me. My son drinks quite a bit of that shit too, so we pretty freaking regular around here. The toilet flushes and the bathroom has to stay clean so people can watch those fucking TikTok videos in private. That's just how it goes, right? So your diet has got to change, man. Your behavior and what you're eating has to freaking change. Back when you were in college, maybe in your teens and your 20s, you could probably knock down a whole pizza and didn't think anything of it. But you're 30, you're 40, you're 50, and you're 60 years old now, and 2 slices is going to start to fuck with your vision. No, you can't do that anymore. It's not healthy. You can't continue to marinate your chicken in salt and Tony Chachere's and seasonings like you used to do. You know what I'm saying? You start to walk around the house one day and your toes have clumped up and they're swollen. Your body doesn't receive that the same way it used to. So your behavior changes, right? You start to take a little more medication. Medication, not intentionally, but because you have to survive. Because listen, man, you're not taking care of your body the way you should. Your diet is not what it is. Somebody out texting me right now, y'all tripping out. Hey, B, you silly? No, I'm for real. I'm for real, man. This is life. It's a Tuesday. This brother's knocking down 4 to 5 freaking tacos. He's piling it on with extra cheese, and he's taking this shit to a whole nother level. Trying to prove some man versus food type shit. And that's not necessarily the case that you need to be doing, brother. You're gaining an extra COVID-19 pounds in this pandemic because instead of cooking your meals and being fresh, and you see the plates and stuff over there, right? Just using real plates and utensils. Everything you eating is coming out of the bag with calorie counts, 4-digit calorie counts in damn near everything that you eat. The sodium is through the freaking roof. When your sodium content has more digits than your bank account, some shit is wrong, man. Slow that down. Drink some water, flush it out, have a little bit of self-care so that your body can freaking operate the regular way. You got to do this. You need to take care of your body, man. You got to take care of yourself, and you have to really do this because the way you eat and your behavior changes. I posted a question the other day, in the online happy hour group, how do you tell your mate that they're gaining weight? They're getting bigger. They're getting large or clumping up. They're getting a little bit more in size. You're driving around these parking lots, searching to park a little bit closer to the front when you're going to Walmart, you're going to Target, you're going to buy some new clothes or wherever it is you're trying to go to happy hour and eat more food, and you're circling the parking lot trying to find a closer spot. Why? Because your big ass don't want to walk nowhere. And it's unnecessary, man. Just take a few more steps, get you a Fitbit, right? You can tack on one of these. Paula Sun has a group on Facebook that's challenging people to do 100 miles a month. I encourage you to do that. Sometimes you need to break a good sweat and get your body in order, man. Listen, 17, 18, 19, 20, your body was talking a certain way. You've got certain behavior changes now because you're not as mobile as you used to be. That COVID-19 had your ass laid up in the house where you didn't move, you didn't walk, and now you got some health issues and your behavior issues. It's not good. So the way that you're dealing with your health and your body and the way it reflects on others, come on, man. Take a little bit better care of yourself, because the way that you react in your behavior with that has a lot to do with how these women are seeing you, brother. You're not able to wear those clothes that you used to wear. You're not able to be fly like you thought you were at one point in time. So chances are you have to kind of make a few changes that are necessary. Got to do it. Got to take care of your body. Got to take care of your health. Got to take care of yourself. And I hope somebody's really getting this game and getting this truth tonight. Y'all feeling me? Hit some likes, man. Hit some love. Make some comments. I want to talk to y'all about that. I want to hear from you because I know that this is what we're doing and what needs to be talked about, what needs to be addressed. This is real talk. I can't come any more true than this. Some of the stuff I'm relatable to, because listen, man, I feel you. I caught COVID-19. Yes, I did. I was in the hospital for quite some time, a few weeks to start the year off. So my diet had to change. I had to make some changes. I had to let all the tacos go. I had to put some of the pizza down. And I have some mentors in my life that have challenged me for the month of June. No fried foods for the month of June. 30 days, no fried foods. Some of y'all couldn't make it 30 minutes. I said it. You put in more steps to the fridge than you put more steps in on the track, and that's not healthy, brothers. You have to change your behaviors, right? You got to do it. You have to do that. And listen, that's only if you want to maintain healthy living. If you are content with just clumping out, going from Buddy Love to Sherman Clump, that's on you. But I encourage you, brother, change the way that you behave, your eating habits, because watch this now. We're moving into Wednesday. Now we're at hump day. And what does hump day mean to you? Well, for some, they still getting it in, brother. They still humping, pumping, sweating, pushing. Yeah, the sex game doesn't have to stop just because you get older and you get a little gray hair in between here and here. And some of y'all down there too. Yeah, it matters, right? So when I'm talking to you about hump day, right, we're talking about your sex game. Your behavior changes in your sex game, if I can be real with you for a moment, right? Can I be 100? The way that, hold on, let me have a sip real quick. Let's do this. Your hump day, your sex, the way that your behavior has changed has affected your interest, right? Your confidence level can be on the decline because you're not as healthy as you once were, right? I said that. Your health game and your behavior has changed the way that you are and how often you get aroused. The soft porn just don't cut it no more, right? Just by looking at this young lady in passing, at first, now watch this. At first, you looking at her on social media because she looks good. She's fine in the motherfucker, right? You checking her out and you dropping her. Oh, I see you, queen. I see you, lovely, looking good, baby girl. You know the 1930s drink your bath water type brother. He's trying to holler that way. It gets no play, but it's some cool shit to say from time to time. And all of a sudden now, either what you're attracted to isn't really lifting up your spirits, so per se, but you're not getting the response that you feel, that you may not even find that thing as attractive as you once did. So your interest is dwindled down. Yeah. See, what you're attracted to, how you're attracted, and your stamina, brother, ain't what it used to be. That microphone don't raise like it once did. Did I say that on the air and touch the nerve of somebody? Kind of hope it did. But I want you to understand, folks, you have to be a little bit patient with yourself. And I talked earlier about taking medication. You're starting to consider the Viagra. You're starting to consider the medication and the motion lotion and stuff like that, all because you won't turn up. All because you won't get those toxins out of your body. All because you won't move around and get that blood flow, that behavior that you have, because what you're telling yourself is, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't need that. It's all good over here. You're wearing these little nut hugger ass pants, not intentionally, but because you're getting bigger, your clothes aren't fitting anymore, and it kind of hurts your pride and your self-esteem to go shopping in the fat boy section. What's up, fam? How you doing? Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for making time for us over here on the Online Happy Hour. Tell a friend, tell a family member that we are here. Your boy's back. I'm giving some good insight today, talking about behavior changes in men. And this is just Wednesday. Lord forbid I go on and dwindle down to the next 3 days. But I'm sitting right here and I'm sitting still because this Wednesday, this hump day, the behavior changes in men. The brothers ain't doing, you talk about back in the day, you was tagging it and waxing it and moving it all around. Shout out to Shock G. But now, your sex game is probably, I don't know, 40, 50 seconds. How do I know? She tells me, bro. She tells me. She posts subtle memes about your motherfucking ass on social media. And we can read between the lines on that too. Yeah. So some of y'all, the behavior changes, you, sir, have now become the side dude that you don't even know about because, you ain't putting in the work that you thought you once were. I want to help you, fellas. I want to help you. Now, the ladies out there, they're just listening. We ain't talking about them. We're talking about the behavior changes in men. Now, how he once saw her one way, right? But because she is, let me tell you like this. Let me put it to you like this, ladies. Some of the reasons why men can have a behavior change towards you, he's saying, hey, queen, hey, sister, all this kind of stuff. But and all of a sudden, you start to show these photos on social media. You begin to find your inner Instagram model. You begin to elaborate on your curves. You show a little Sarah Bartman style, and you kind of, turn the ass to the camera first, right? You know how they do. They take the picture with the looking over the shoulder. They do that with the hands up spread and all this kind of stuff, cheeks back, and you're doing more twerking than you are smiling. Because of that, it's very difficult for men to see queen. It's very difficult for men to see woman. It's very difficult for men to see wife material. Not telling you to stop, ladies. If that's what you feel you want to do and you want to take ass first shots, that's perfectly fine. Nobody says you should stop that. If you're having the concerns about what Monique is saying about wearing the bonnets and things of that nature, and you don't want to stop wearing your bonnet, it's perfectly fine. But do understand that the behavior in men and how we see you, what we say, and how we respond our behaviors are going to change because of that. Yeah, there's no view of a queen ass first, right? This doesn't happen. Doesn't say that you shouldn't be confident in your curves. No. Doesn't take away from the beauty that you are. Doesn't take away from the fact that you're 56 years old and you're doing TikTok videos and young men are looking at your ass while they're on the toilet. That doesn't take away from any of that. It just says that the behavior of this man that looks at you and you're asking yourself, where are the real men at and how come I'm still single? Well, chances are it's because he's looking to wife somebody else who doesn't have, ass shot first on any photos that she has on any social media platform. It's not to say that it's okay, but we just have a different level, an image of beauty. Your colors, your face, your joy, you can accentuate your curves. You can. Trust me, you can do that. We can look at that and we can see beauty all day long. But if every picture you take is twerking, if every photo that you have on social is showing ass first, every picture that you have is ass first, chances are it's probably not going to be somebody who he's looking to wife. He may just want to holler for the moment, see what he can get. That'd be about it. No, that was not a COVID cough. I'm sipping over here, man. I'm feeling good. I'm talking good. I hope somebody's getting some good game. People will dodge you. They'll walk away because if you've had some COVID before, and that's quite fine with me. That's okay. But what you really gonna catch is some truth. What I'm speaking tonight. I hope y'all getting some good insight, man. I hope y'all getting some good game. Follow your boy at all the platforms that say Andy Brown Speaks. For Facebook, quite naturally. Twitter, the same. There's a thing called Instagram right now, where I'm also available live. It's Andy Brown _speaks on my Instagram platform. And for those of you all who sit on your toilet and watch TikTok videos, you can find me there on that platform as well with the same name, Andy Brown Speaks. So be sure to check your boy out there. Behavior changes in men. Am I talking about this tonight, folks? I got a few text messages say, man, you silly, you crazy. I don't spend all my time on the toilet watching TikTok videos. I do them at work sometimes. Man, I get it. I get it. This is just being 100% with it. I gotta be real, man. I gotta talk about stuff that goes on. Brother, if she's not answering your phone call, she's probably making TikTok videos while she's in the bathroom, and you're probably watching those TikTok videos while you're sitting on the toilet, getting through all that bad eating you've been doing on Taco Tuesday. Has generated you to make time to sit down because you're so busy throughout the week. You really can't make time for anything else. So when you get your big ass on the toilet, it's time for you to take a break and watch some TikTok videos and see what the hell's going on. That is your break from reality. I don't knock it. It's just an observation. When you hear that little nah, 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 somebody's watching TikTok videos of 55-year-old women twerk and shake their ass for a little something strange that people should be watching elsewhere, but they're making time to watch TikTok videos while they are on the toilet. Behavior changes in men being discussed tonight on the online happy hour. I feel good. I hope you do too. I hope you share this link. I hope you share with somebody else tonight about what we're discussing and talking about. This is going to be some real talk, real conversation. Hump Day has been discussed. We talked about the behaviors on days of the week, on Sundays, on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, the hump day. Get your sex game together, brothers. If you have to take the blue pills and the Cialis to go Cialis, it's not a knock on you, man. You got to do what you got to do. But be sure if you're going to be sexually active at any age, give it your best shot, no pun intended, and be pleasing to the person that you're with because, man, you don't want to get talked about in any form or fashion, right? That ain't what that is. So be real, man. Be genuine. Be honest with yourself. And also shout out, man. So big shout out to Miss Anita Hawkins. Glad that I'm back doing the show, man. I'm glad I'm back too, man. I feel good. This is where I like to be, where I enjoy talking about real talks with real people about real issues, because it's something that we have to address on the real. Um, and this is the platform to do it. So, moving throughout the week, we're talking about behavior changes in men. Let's look at some of the changes that really are starting to happen. And this is something that's really deep that we need to discuss. So, here it is, Thursday. You've gone through so much on Sunday. You're trying to holler at these church sisters. You've gone through so much at work, in the workplace. The sex game ain't right. Your health ain't right. And it's something that we don't talk about enough is our mental health capacity. We don't talk about our mental health issues. This is real. This is where a lot of behavior changes in men have to truly, truly be taken into consideration. What do I mean by that? So let's look at this as a bigger dynamic, folks. Mental health is real, right? I've done a few shows in the past and I've addressed health concerns, but I really haven't talked too much in depth about mental health. Last year, I did a broadcast with my frat brother, Etoya White, in St. Louis, Missouri. He was very open and very candid to actually come on to the show and talk to us about mental health concerns. But what some brothers don't do is we don't take the time to get counseling. We don't take the time to go see a therapist. I talked about medication earlier. We don't take the time to really understand that some of the issues that we have are due to mental health issues and mental health concerns. So a lot of brothers in their behavior issues probably are dealing with some concerns that they have because they're suffering from mental health issues. I said it. I meant it. Listen, let's unpack this thing for what it is, right? There are different experiences that men have that we don't have the outlet to stop and open up, right? We're just deemed that we're supposed to do it because we're men. We're supposed to man up and be tough. And there's nothing wrong with that mentality. However, if there are some underlying factors that say, I'm not really quite sure how to handle this, or I don't recognize certain signs that I'm doing things a different way, and how I relate to certain situations isn't the norm, then there could be a true mental health issue that is going on that is being overlooked and not addressed. Right? So we have to look at some of the things that mental health really tackles and really talks about. I was privileged to see a screening a few weeks ago. The movie was called Incubated, independent film by a brother here in the DFW. His name is Chianti. I can't pronounce his last name, Jaconia, but Unity Films had done a screening here, and I had the privilege to see that. It helped me see a different perspective on mental health, right? Especially in men, because a lot of times we're just dimmed as, man, that dude is just crazy. His behavior's changed. He's looking at certain things all the wrong way, and we don't talk about the issues that men have as it relates to mental health, right? So if we need to talk about that, do it in a way that makes sense. Do it in a way that there's a counselor involved. Do it in a way that we're looking to help somebody on a better platform to better improve themselves. Because if their behavior says you're a little bit crazy, but you really can't understand why, there's probably some mental health concerns going on. Shout out to my main man Tracy Green up there in Kansas City, Missouri. What's good, fam? Good to see you, man. What we are looking at is the fact that as men, as males, we don't get the opportunity to break down and cry, right? We don't really know what that is because, listen, be honest with yourselves. If you saw a man break down and just shut down and cry, myself or anybody else, you know, the first thought that goes through somebody's head is they're soft, they're weak, they're timid. We don't really know what that person is dealing with. We don't. So the issues that they're having internally, this movie really opened up a whole lot of things to me because this was an eye-opening film. Got a chance to see this brother demonstrate how his family reacted to his mental health concerns, right? Children, his son, his wife, even some things that affected his past that were affecting his future, his present, because he couldn't get over certain things. And you would think if you didn't really pay attention to what was going on, you look at the film and probably say, "Man, this dude is crazy," because the ignorance that we have as it relates to mental health. So a lot of behavior changes in men aren't necessarily due to other people, but it has a lot to do with who we are, what we have going on, and how we have not been conditioned to treat that or deal with that, medication or not. Now, listen, I know it's going to be some people out there that are going to poke fun. I know it's some people out there who need to get a little laugh in it too, and that's just who people are. You can't change that. They want to crack jokes and they want to make sly comments. It is what it is. When you're dealing with mental health, you don't know how somebody's going to react or respond because that kind of shit doesn't look like it has a bit or level of control. Now, if there's anybody out there that is dealing with mental health issues and has not made the time to see a counselor, please do so. We have to do that. We have to take care of our bodies. We got to take care of our mental state of mind because it does affect our behavior, who we are, and what we're seeing out there. Will do. Definitely will do that, Wilmer. I'll shoot you my information, man. Thanks for making time and shouting out Mr. Wan Wan Wan. Movie reviews and everything, man. Thank you so much. So let's kind of keep the party going, man. I hope y'all are really enjoying what I'm talking about tonight. I hope this makes sense. Right? Thursday. This is what 5 days I've covered. Behavior changes in men. Yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What? And we're looking forward to what? Friday now? Yeah. So it's that time for the weekend. Behavior changes. You ready to get out? You ready to go do something? You ready to go shake that ass? You ready to go spend that hard-earned money that you made not being yourself in the working environment? And now you get a chance to be free and do something a little bit different than the norm, right? You want to break away. You want to go to a happy hour. You want to go to an atmosphere. You want to go where people know your name. Do some cheers and shit like that with Ted Danson and Norm and Frazier and all kinds of personal shit like that. And it's cool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I warn you, and I ask you to take heed, folks, the behavior changes in men. Some of these brothers out here running around like COVID just don't exist. Shit is real out here in these streets, man. People are passing away. They're being sick. They're dying. They're dealing with the effects of COVID-19 and the issues that coronavirus is really put on us. We're not even quite sure of what strand is what that looks like, how it affects us. But some people we don't even give a fuck. I just need to go out and holler at some hoes and be around some bitches and have me a couple drinks, and that's their issue. It ain't gonna bother me. Foolish mortal. I'm sorry that you think that way, but you have to be honest with yourself and be honest with the situation at hand, right? This it hasn't gone away. Just because the weather's warm outside and they've opened up the patio on a few restaurants doesn't mean that this thing has gone away. I was reading an article just yesterday about a good friend whose husband was comatose for 3 months due to coronavirus and issues that they dealt with. Her husband was down for quite some time, man, and the power of prayer is real. So don't doubt that at all. But you have to look at the fact that, man, this thing isn't quite gone away. To get vaccinated or to not get vaccinated, you want to go take your trips and you want to go around the world and Shit, you just want to go to your local grocery store. Should you get vaccinated or not get vaccinated? There's people who are hesitant to do that. There are folks who are out there and doing such, and there are people who are just, you know, um, have said no, I don't want to wear the mask because this mask doesn't match my shoes, or this mask is not fly with my outfit, or this mask is covering up this brand new goatee that I just got cleansed and cut and shaved, and I need to be fly. It's fucking up my wardrobe, and I can't have it like that. And I think there are some people out there who are more concerned about how good they look than how well their body is and how others around them are affected. So our behavior uh, towards the coronavirus and towards this other stuff out here, we can't overlook that for the simple fact that I know you feel good, young brother. Um, but there are people out there who are still suffering. This thing does affect people differently. Just because you, sir, ma'am, have not caught it, or may have caught it and you did not have any serious symptoms, or it didn't really break you down. You know, again, the 19, 20-year-old may think they're invincible. The 30-year-old, the 40-year-old, the 50-year-old, the 60-year-old may have the same thoughts themselves. But what you should do, ladies and gentlemen, especially the men, is be more proactive in that. Find out what this thing is really doing, how your body is affected, how others are being affected, and how you choose either to get vaccinated or not to get vaccinated, how it does affect other people around you. Yes, I know you want to get out. Yes, I know you want to start moving. Yes, I know that there's some events that are coming up, more concerts and a lot of more traveling and lots of other things. You're tired of just being up in the house all day long. You want to move around. But look at what our behavior is doing and how we're affecting others in this climate, because it's not over yet. These schools are being affected. You're sending your son to school, you're sending your daughter to school in an atmosphere where they could be truly affected or infected or bothered by this coronavirus still, right? Different strands are still floating out there. So it's a reality for some. They're losing family members. They're losing themselves. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And just because it affects people differently, please don't take it for granted or let the behavior that you have cause you to neglect someone else's concern about their health and their well-being. Uncool, man, unsafe. So I challenge you to just do better, do more research, change your behavior, change your thought process, and be a little bit more on guard and respectful for the people that are going and having these concerns. You're starting to see right now. We've got the NBA playoffs going on, and shockingly, nobody's had to stop a game because of any coronavirus or any break, any issues that way. Haven't had that. We're starting to see more people in the stands. Bit of a concern for some, but I don't think they care. They just want to be out. They're still doing their thing. Their behaviors are saying that it's not going to bother me. There are some people who are out there who still have who've gotten the vaccine, but yet are still at risk of being infected and still catching this coronavirus. So I think that the people who are out there in position, I was on a call earlier with the NAACP, Ed Gordon, and some of the former NFL players. Myron Rolle, former NFL player, was talking about some of the things they're doing in their communities. But one thing that they did not address was what they're going to do. They're saying, hey, I'm involved in this, and I'm over here, and I'm talking to these people. We're doing, we're making discussions, and we got talk. But it's time to put something in place. Put your behavior out there and say that I'm going to actually take steps to do something different. Am I going to educate my community? Am I going to talk about my peers? work with them. I'm going to, show them the pros and cons of being vaccinated. Because what it looks like is, on the surface, for some, it just looks like, hey, they're just trying to push this drug. They're just trying to get me vaccinated, but I don't know why, right? And there are some people who are just very hesitant on getting that vaccine because they still don't know why. It's not very clear if it's necessary, why it's necessary, who it affects, how it affects them, and the long term and short term side effects of which, you know. So let's just kind of take more aggressive behavior in figuring it out. And honestly, man, listen, look, the days of I don't know and sounding fly because you don't know shit uh, should be gone. Education is a beautiful thing, and trust me, you're going to attract a far different audience just because you have a slight level of insight and knowledge, man. If you still saying the same shit that you did when you were 20, Mr. 30-year-old, and you haven't elevated your mindset up, you haven't picked up a book, and you haven't watched anything other than TikTok videos and sitting on the toilet, then chances are you're still attracting that same type of behavior, and you're still around those certain people that just aren't growing with you, right? Increase your circle, increase your knowledge, increase your mindset. You got to do it. And I bring you that to Friday, and I also bring you this last day, the seventh day, the Sabbath day, the Saturday, the Sabado. In the behaviors of men, we look at what we need to do to relieve some stress, right? Because you got to break down, man. You have to unwind. You have to do something that's going to get you in a position to say, hey, man, I've had enough. I need to break down. Whether it's with your partner and releasing several times over in sexual activity, whether it's picking up a hobby, reading a new book, getting educated on something new and something exciting, whether it's doing a movie review and watching out for things like that, whether it's going to the gun range and releasing some insight that way. Tracy says, don't knock his TikTok on the toilet time. Hey, man, we know people are doing that. They got them cameras in there. They can see y'all in there. Before y'all even consider flushing, that phone needs to be vaccinated. If y'all in there wiping ass and swiping left and all that, that's a whole nother story. But find something that you have to help yourself with to unwind and break down that levels of stress, right? Even getting around good people, getting around a good circle of peers. I encourage men to get around other positive men who are helping and getting them in a position to say, hey, man, what can I do to get better? This time 6 months ago, I was here. I want to be in this position in the next 6 months. This is where I am now. How have I grown? What can I continue to do to get better and hit certain goals that I want to hit and achieve in life? It's all a full circle. It all has to make you the best person that you can possibly be. Your behavior has to change and has to dictate that. So if you're still doing things that you did, Mr. 20-year-old, and you're 35 now and you're still doing those old things, are you looking for progression? Are you looking for change? Are you looking to get better? Have you done something to say, after I've done all this, where is my relief? Where is my stress? What can I do to just kind of unwind and chill? Challenge yourself to get around good people, man. Challenge yourself to be around people who are influential, who can help you, where you can go relax. Take a break from the norm, man. Get a good vacation and see what's out there. And listen, a good vacation does not necessarily mean that you have to go to a high-end resort, right? You can probably go to Springfield, Mississippi, and have the time of your life. Or you can probably go to Frog Stick, Alabama. Or you can probably go to No Smoke, Colorado, and just get somewhere and get still and just see a different climate or atmosphere or altitude or something, right? Just get away. Doesn't have to be necessarily a flight. If you want to, that you can. It can be a road trip. It could be a staycation, but you just have to get somewhere different to change your mind. Get off the toilet and stop watching TikTok videos. Go somewhere different. Be around some other peers, and see something that's going to just kind of give you a different perspective on what you're doing with your life. So I encourage you to do that, just as you encourage me to keep on doing this thing and keep on being real. Thank you for making time for me. You know your boy got to come back. I hope that you all have been delighted and entertained and enlightened by what was said tonight. If you did, please do me a favor. Tell just 2 more people. Don't even be greedy, but just tell 2 more people to tune in with you next time I drop a good show right here and Be Real. It's your main man, Andy Brown. Living life, living good, living fair, living clean, and being positive. Right here. Life coaching on the online happy hour. God bless you. Go out to my friend, and good night. Thank you again, and tune in for more episodes of the online happy hour. Peace, good night, and I love you. Hey!